What's up, guys? This is Brett Michael Curry here. I first want to apologize for the little over 3 week hiatus. I've just been running around doing stuff. Like I said in my last video, I got a different job. So I've been working with that. I'll give you a few live updates of what happened the past 3 weeks. I decided not to take the Cedar Creek job, actually, because I was already on the fence about it because I felt kind of weird being there. I felt out of place. And then that week that I was doing my training for it, like I said, I felt out of place, and my gym, World Gym, actually finally came up to me and was like, "Would you like a job before you get your personal training stuff?" Also, I still haven't got that yet. I'm on it. I'm on it though. I'm gonna schedule my test hopefully tomorrow. Schedule my test date. Anyways, they offered me a job. I tried out one more day at Cedar Creek, and at the end of the day, it's a nursing home. And a little incident, not an incident, but something happened, and I was like, I don't think this is right for me, so I let them know, and they're actually still wanting me once I get into PTA program at Ivy Tech, which I am starting classes there this summer. Also have in the past 3 weeks to contact them so I could start my internships there. So they're super nice people. It just wasn't my environment to work. I'm not bringing them down at all. It's a great place, great employees, great facility. My prep's going good. I've been on my diet a lot more. I will admit that on some days I would not necessarily cheat a little bit. I wouldn't be at the grocery store and be like, oh, I need a Snickers, and get a Snickers. No, but it'd be like I'd be at home and I'd have some peanut butter or have some honey or something, just extra little carbs and fats I shouldn't have been eating. These past 2 weeks I've been on point, every day on point, and it's been changing my body a lot more. And that's the main subject matter of this video, is my macronutrients so far during this prep. This is the week before I started my diet. This is what I look like. So I'm going to start getting into now when my diet started and what I look like during that time. Let's start with week 1, because I wrote all this down because it's a lot. First week was back in January. Week 1, on my training days, which was basically Monday through Saturday, I ate 200 grams of protein, 175 grams of carbs, and 65 grams of fat. On my non-training days, this is how it was split up. On my non-training days, I'd eat 200 grams of protein, 135 grams of fat, or carbs, 65 grams of fat. And then on Saturday specifically, I would count my macros to 115 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of fat. And then after that, I got a cheat meal. Now, in my mind, that was, you can eat whatever you want after you got that. So that's kind of what I did. This is what I look like at the end of my first week of training. So, yeah, that's the end of my first week of training. Week 2, Monday and Tuesdays, 200 grams of protein, 165 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. Wednesday through Friday, I did 200 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs, and then 60 grams of fat. So the carbs went down by 30 grams. Saturday was exactly the same as last Saturday. Sundays changed to 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, so another drop of 35, and then 60 grams of fat. So not bad. Week 3, Mondays and Tuesdays, 200 grams of protein, 155 grams of carbs, so only a 10 grams of carbs drop from the week prior, and then 60 grams of fat still, Wednesday through Friday. 200 grams of protein, 125 grams of carbs, so another 30 gram drop, 60 grams of fat. Saturday and Sunday stayed the same. Again, not too terrible. Now, this is week 4 and 5. They stayed the same. So Monday and Tuesdays, for those 2 weeks, I'd eat 200 grams of protein, 160 grams of carbs, and then 60 grams of fat. So I actually went up 5 grams of carbs on Monday and Tuesdays. On then Wednesday through Friday, I did 200 grams of protein, 110 grams of carbs. So I dropped 15 more. So a 55 gram difference. I had to do math in my head. And then 60 grams of fat. Saturday and Sunday stays the same. Saturdays I get my cheat meal. And then Sundays are an even lower carb. Week 6, Monday only. So it's no longer Monday and Tuesdays. It's Monday. On Mondays, I would eat 200 grams of protein, 130 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. So I went down 30 grams of carbs. Tuesday through Friday, I'd go 200 grams of protein, 90 grams of carbs. This was my testing week. And 65 grams of fat. Saturday changed. It went from 150 grams of protein, 250 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat, and then the cheat meal. And then Sunday stayed the same. Now, This is a little unorthodox. Usually you get refeed day and then you get a different cheat day. We did it this way. Can't exactly remember why. This was my depletion test week. So I depleted my carbs a lot and then had a refeed day to see where fat really disappeared on my body. Like, of course, you're supposed to be lowering your carbs each week. So it got smaller, but then on my refeed, see where those carbs fill me in. You know, if they filled me in toward my waist, I might want to do something different approaching the show. But if they filled my upper back, my shoulders, my chest, my arms, then that's a good sign, and it promotes a front load, which I will get into what a front load and a back load is at a different date and time. So week 7, on Mondays, 200 grams of carbs. 200 grams of carbs? No. Mondays, week 7, 200 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat. Not bad. So I went down in fat at this point now. I'm going down. Well, I was originally at 60, now I'm at 50. Tuesday through Friday, 200 grams of protein, 110 grams of carbs, so I bumped up 20, 50 grams of fat, and then Saturday it changed to 150 grams of protein, 210 grams of carbs, and then 30 grams of fat, so even lower on fat. And then Sunday stayed the same. Week 8 was last week, by the way. Monday stayed the same. Tuesday through Friday was 200 grams of protein, 80 grams of carb, 50 grams of fat. Saturday and Sunday stayed the same. And then this week, it's basically the same all around. Monday's the same. Tuesday through Friday is the same. The only difference is my Saturdays now. Well, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays I get 140 grams of protein, so 10 grams less than last Saturday. 210 grams of carbs, 30 grams of fat. And then the cheat meal. Sunday is now the same as Monday. 200 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat. The reason why now Sunday is like this is because me and my coach have decided that we're going to do a front load for me. I'll explain the front load. The difference between front load and back load real fast. Front load is when you carb up in the beginning of the week. So let's say, do it this way. Let's say your show is on Saturday. Okay, show's on Saturday. So you carb up Monday, and then you dial back your carbs. And then Friday night to Saturday morning, you carb up a bit more to try to fill yourself out. A backload is where, from what my coach explained to me, you go like 10 whole days without any carbs, and then the night before the show you carb up. And you gotta be real like accurate on it, because if you eat just a little too much carbs, you're gonna spill over. If you don't eat enough, you're gonna look flat. Hopefully you'll never look flat or fat when you're on stage. Well, hopefully you never look flat either. Those have been my macronutrients so far for this. Don't do what I'm doing. Let's make this clear. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't hear what I'm doing right now and be like, I'm going to do exactly that. Do not. Let me tell you why. I am 5'6". Yes, I'm 5'6". I'm short. And I weighed in at 153 the week I started. Someone who is 6 foot tall and starts at 190 should not be eating this. It all depends on different variables of the body. Vitruvian Fitness, or I always say fitness, Vitruvian Physique, if you guys know who that is, I've shouted him out before. When he starts prepping, at least when he did in the past, I'm pretty sure he's taken like 2 years off to bulk, which is what I might do as well. He starts at 210. He doesn't get below 100 grams of carbs, he starts at 210 grams of carbs. That's what he starts at. I started at 175. He finishes like peak week under 100. When did I do 100? When did I do under 100? Let me see. Week 6. I have a 14-week prep. Yeah, week 6 I started going under 100 because I'm smaller. And because of that, I can work more with less carbs. And honestly, I kind of like going low carb because the pump, when I work out, my pumps are super good. And I still have a good amount of energy. It's just at night when it's 11 o'clock and I'm just sitting there and I'm kind of crappy. That's the worst part about it. It's not impossible. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. On that note, thank you guys so much for watching this and also being patient with that 3-week hiatus. I'm really sorry about that. I just had some other stuff on my plate. I gotta stop hitting this desk. And no, this is not where I usually film. Usually I'm vlogging. This is a room at my gym that I work out at and work at now. It's also a room they don't use, so I'm kind of claiming it. I should really put on the door, like Brett's office. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Go follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I would say add me on Facebook, but again, I don't feel like anyone uses Facebook anymore. So if you want, I guess you could add me on Facebook. Probably not. Don't do that, actually. I won't add you if I don't know you. So that's like my own thing. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I'll let you guys know when I get my personal training stuff because I will start using the business apps or the business tools on Instagram and also have my own page on Facebook. So I'll let you guys know when that goes on. All right. No stone unturned.